and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a really fun fall tutorial for you all, but I'm going to be showing you how to make these cute little mini crochet pumpkins. So this is such a fun pattern and it works up really quickly and they're so cute and tiny. And so I think they would make a perfect accessory to add to your fall decor. So this pumpkin pattern is very simple to make. It's very beginner friendly and it's literally made out of a basic rectangle. So from this, you get this. So that's pretty cool. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about all the supplies that you're going to need to make these pumpkins. All right, so some of the things that you're going to need to make this pumpkin is you're going to need a number 5 bulky weight yarn. This yarn is a Lion brand Hue Plus Me yarn and it's in the color Spicy. You're also going to need some polyfill to fill your pumpkin, a 6.5 millimeter crochet hook, a darning needle, a pair of scissors, and then to decorate your pumpkin, I just used a stick and some twine. You can also use a cinnamon stick and some leaves. And I also wanted to note that this pattern is free on my blog. So if you would like to look at the pattern directions and some extra photos, make sure to click that link in the description box below. All right, let's get started. Okay, so to start this pattern, we're going to start off with a slip knot. So go ahead and take your yarn, wrap it around your finger twice, take the back piece, push it over the front piece, and then take the front piece and push it over the back piece and over your finger and pull tight. All right, grab your crochet hook and insert it into that loop, pull tight one more time. All right, so now we have our slip knot. So now we want to go ahead and chain 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so once you have chain 10, you want to make a half double crochet in the second chain from the hook. So 1, 2, yarn over, insert your hook into the second chain, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. And that's how you make a half double crochet. Now continue to make a half double crochet in each stitch for a total of 9. All right, so I'm here at my last stitch, so I'm going to go ahead and make my last half double crochet. Okay, and so now we're going to be working row 2. So for row 2, you want to go ahead and chain 2. We're going to flip our work, and now we're going to make a half double crochet in the 3rd loop. Okay, so this is our 3rd loop right here, this spot right here. Okay, so these are your 3rd loops. So for this one, you want to go ahead and yarn over. You're going to insert your hook into that 3rd loop, just like that, and then yarn over and pull through for 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over one more time and then pull through all 3 loops. Okay, and so you just want to continue making a half double crochet in the 3rd loop all the way across. Okay, I'm here at my last stitch, okay, and so I'm going to place my last 3rd half double crochet. So that's going to be this loop right here. And this last one can be a little tricky, but oops, I forgot to yarn over. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so now that completes row 2. So you should have something that looks like this. Okay, so now for row 3, we want to go ahead and chain 2. We're going to flip our work. Okay, so you should have something that looks like this on the front side. And now we're going to make a half double crochet in the back loop. Okay, so we're going to make a half double crochet in that first stitch. So flip it over, and this is the back loop right here. Okay, so if I'm looking at my stitches in the front way, these are my little V's, and then this is the back loop. Okay, and if you do like a more detailed tutorial on this stitch, I do have a video for this, so I'll go ahead and link it in the description box below. Okay, so once you have made that first half double crochet in the back loop, you just want to continue to do that in each stitch until the end of the row. Okay, so I just finished my last half double crochet. It's right here in the back loop, and you should have something that looks like this now. So now what you want to do is you want to continue to repeat rows 2 and 3 until you reach row 11. Okay, so just follow that pattern. And you can always just click that link in the description box below, and that'll bring you to the free pattern, so you can always just look at that while you're making this. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get to it, and then I will meet you right back here. All right, so once you have finished crocheting your 11 rows, you should have something like this, and you are going to finish on the back side. So now it is time to finish off our work. But before you do that, you do have to cut your yarn, but you want to make sure that you leave a 60-inch yarn tail, because the yarn tail is going to be used to create our pumpkin. Okay, so I went ahead and cut a 60-inch tail. So once you have done that, just yarn over and pull through to close your work. All right, and then just pull that yarn all the way through. Okay. All right, so now that it's closed, go ahead and flip over your work, and you should have 5 little waves here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 11 rows. Okay, so now we need to create a pumpkin. So our first step is to fold over our piece just like this, okay? And now we are going to slip stitch the 2 sides together. So to slip stitch, go ahead and grab your crochet hook again, and we're going to insert it into the first stitch. Now this part can be a little tricky, okay, because that knot is very closed. And then push it through the other side, so it should look like this. Then take your yarn strand and hold it so it's placed like this, and then take your crochet hook and then pull it through. Okay, and then just pull it through one more time, just so you create a little mini chain. Okay, so now insert it into the next stitch, and then the following one on the opposite side, and then make a slip stitch, and then pull it through again that loop. Okay, so here we go. So insert your crochet hook into that stitch, and then into the other side, yarn over, which your yarn over is going to look a little bit funny, but it's going to look like that, and then you just pull it through, and then pull it through that loop. Now continue to do this until the end of the row. All right, I'm finishing my last one here. Okay, and then once you have finished your last slip stitch and everything is closed, go ahead and wrap your yarn over your hook one more time and pull through just to close that part off. Okay, and then pull tight one more time to secure it, and now you should have a tube. All right, so now our next step is to close one side of the tube. All right, so now that we have our side seamed, now it's time to close one side of the tube. Okay, so for this part, you want to go ahead and grab your darning needle and insert it through your tail end. Okay, and then we're gonna grab the top of it and that's just where you end it with your slip stitch. Okay, and we're just gonna weave in and out all through the top. Okay, so to do that, just take your darning needle, just insert it through the top edge. It doesn't matter where you put your darning needle, just make sure you stay on the top edge. Okay, so once you have it like that, then you go from the back and pull it through. And then just go through the other side and just continue to do that all the way around your pumpkin. All right, so I just finished my last part. Okay, so now I've got the full top part of it weaved. So now all you have to do is just pull it so it cinches together. Okay, and yours should look something like this now. So now for the next part, we are just gonna push the darning needle just straight through, just to secure it even more. So just like this, and then pull through. And pull it one more time so it's really secure. Okay, so then just take your darning needle and push it from the bottom through the top. And then pull that long tail end through again. Okay, so you should have something that looks like this now. Okay, this is the bottom and then the top. And this little part is just our tail end from the beginning, so you can just stick that in there. Okay, so now we just gotta grab our polyfill and start stuffing our little mini tube here. Okay, so I've got my polyfill here and just insert it right in there. Make sure you do put a lot in there just so your pumpkin is nice and big. Okay, I just really like to stuff it in there. Okay, so you should have something that looks like this now. Now you're going to do the exact same thing that we did to the bottom. You're just going to weave the full top of it again. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that part, and then I will meet you right back here. Alright, so I just finished weaving my top and I went ahead and pulled my tail end, so you should have something that looks like this now. Okay, and so what I like to do just to secure it extra, I just like to take my yarn and push it through the top one more time. So I push my darning needle through the top just to keep that space secure. Okay, so now the next part is optional, but that's how I created a nice little short pumpkin. But you can also just leave it like this because I think it looks cute too. But we are just going to create some more defined ridges, and that's going to really squish our pumpkin like this. Okay, so I still have my darning needle in hand, and I'm just going to pick a ridge, and I'm going to do about 4 or 5 of them, and I'm just going to vertically put it like this. Okay, take my darning needle, push it through the middle from the bottom and then out the top. Okay, till I feel my darning needle here. This part can be a little tricky, but I just think the defined ridges look really cute. Okay, and so once I have it through, I pull it tight and see what happens. It creates a nice like stout little pumpkin. Okay, and then I go ahead and pick another ridge and I do the exact same thing. So I'm going to do this side and stick it from the bottom through the top till I feel my darning needle. Here we go. And then pull it through again. And just do that about 4 or 5 times. Okay, so I'm going to continue doing that, and then I will meet you right back here when I've created a couple more ridges. Alright, so I just finished adding my yarn, and so if you chose to do this, it should look like this now. Okay, and so our last step is just do the exact same thing that we did when we closed the pumpkin, and you're just going to take your darning needle and insert it through the top again, just to secure it. Okay, just pull tight, and there you go. And now you have a really cute pumpkin. So now all that's left to do is just to decorate our pumpkin. So what I'm going to go do is I'm going to grab my stick that I showed you in the material list in the beginning of the video, and I am just going to hot glue this to the top of my pumpkin. Okay, I find that works best. You can also use a cinnamon stick if you have that. Okay, and then I will show you how I added the bow on as well. So I'm going to hot glue this, and then I will meet you right back here. Alright, so I just added my stick to my pumpkin, so it's looking like a real pumpkin over here. And so now I'm going to show you how I added my twine to my pumpkin. Okay, so just get some twine, and I'm just going to, there's no precise length, just make sure you have a long enough length to create a bow. There we go. And I just wrap it around to make sure my yarn is just even on the bottom, just like so. Okay, and then I just tie a knot and then a bow. Okay, you might have to just mess with it for a few minutes just to make sure the 2 sides are even. There we go. So it looks like that. And then I just cut off the excess twine. There's 1 side and 2. And now you've got a cute little bow on your pumpkin. All right, everyone, I really hope you enjoyed making these cute little mini pumpkins with me. Don't forget, you can always find all the directions at julesandjones.com, so just click that link in the description box below. And I hope you guys have a very good day. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!